I'm Perm. I'm going to share with you some images from my personal collection about my journey on sight loss. The story also includes friendship, art, and mental health. In this story, I will be describing you these images. This picture was taken by my husband when I was 17 in 1985, who was and still is a keen artist and photographer. He took this image of me because I looked confident. I had a figure that I call to die for, but somebody might disagree. I used to have long hair, and to make a statement, I chopped it all off, much to the disdain of my family. And I've always been kind of a rebellious character, and this was one way for me to be expressive. And the colours I wore, green, which was always said to me, "Oh, it's not your colour." I thought, no, I'm going to wear it. And I wore it with a very high waisted, at the fashion of the time, and very baggy trousers, and also had my hands in my pocket and just looking straight down at the camera. This image shows a portrait of my head and shoulders tilted back. My hair is cut short and I'm wearing a hint of red lipstick. I'm second generation British Asian, and my defiance comes from fighting cultural barriers. People often kept saying to me, "You can't do this, you can't do that." For example, I had to have a husband chosen for me, and I said no. I didn't want to be conditioned to what my culture was telling me what to do. I was 7 years old when my grandmother gave me a kaleidoscope for Christmas. The visuals you're about to see explains how a kaleidoscope works. It was a long tube and it was psychedelic colours on the outside. I was a bit disgruntled, thinking, why is she giving me this? But I was shown how to use it the right way up, as I was holding it the wrong way. To my amazement, put it towards my eye, and as I turned, it made this magical image appear. The kaleidoscope showed me bright, vivid colours of oranges. Turned it again, it turned into purples and reds. Turned it again, it turned into greens. It was like magical, and it felt for me that I could go away to a far, far land. My grandmother did actually tell me that the colours of the kaleidoscope reminded her of the harvest back home, because the soil used to be red in India, the colours of the grass being a vibrant green, the colours of the corn being vibrant yellows. My kaleidoscope of many colours represents my love for the arts and the vibrancy I seek out in my life. In 1992, I pursued a career in arts and heritage, and I met my beautiful friend Glenda. Glenda and I were firm friends from the onset, and our careers blossomed as well as my friendship with her. In summer of 2006, we visited Claude Monet Gardens, and it was a deja vu moment for me as I was on the bridge with the water lilies. This was in April of 2007. It was St David's, so I remember it very well. Glenda and I were actually dancing on the dance floor. She had this very Spanish look about her because we were that comfortable with each other. Her husband said, "You too," and we turned around and he snapped the picture, so it's a natural pose. Glenda grew up as an only child, you see, and unfortunately she never went to have children. Either God never blessed her, so she got stuck with me instead. And they used to call us the formidable force. They used to say, "Oh gosh, here they are again, those two." This was taken by Glenda's. This was taken at Hatton Country Road in Warwickshire. So I was sensitive to the light then, so I'm wearing my shades and I'm wearing a silk shirt and also dark trousers. What you can't see is my green shoes, so I'm not colour coordinated at all, and I had no excuse then because I had no visual problems at this stage. We did a lot together, and this again shows the strength of our friendship. I was devastated when I was given the news that I had retinal dystrophy.
a condition that affected all of my retina. The consultant's words were coming out, but I was just not registering. Glenda was with me at the time when I was actually diagnosed, and I didn't realise the implications of it. But I'll never forget the fact of how this would affect my life, from everyday simple tasks of getting up to actually making a small cup of tea and also being able to see colour. And I, can't see reds anymore, purples, but I still carry on being expressive in my dress.
In this photo, I'm sitting outside on a bench with Magda and her dog, Morvina. I'm the one on the right, wearing a magenta dress with a cane to match. We are deep in conversation. Our friendship has blossomed, meeting each other through the Multistory project.
I think with disability comes mental health and also physical health. I was in a very bad place, and in the last 18 months my journey has been a very, very slow, progressive one. My best friend Glenda is no longer here, as she lost her fight in 2013 to cancer, and I'm sure she would be proud of me today. And I stand tall and proud because disability comes to anyone at any stage in life, be it genetic, be it physical, through an accident, through diabetes. I do sometimes feel barriers always put in my way, and I'm always knocking them down.
I would like to thank Steve for taking the photographs and selecting the best one of me and Magda. I recorded my story through audio recordings and Zoom meetings at home.
Thank you for watching. This is a multi-story production created in collaboration with photographer Karren Visser and members of Sandwell Visually Impaired. The film has been made possible by funding from Sandwell Council, Arts Council England, and the SCVO Vision 2030 Community Grants Programme. Words and photographs provided by Perm. Artistic direction, Karren Visser. Producer, Becky Sexton at Multistory. Editor, Nina Jones. New photographs, Steve Keenan. Accessibility consultant, Kieran Saeed. SVI feedback group, Mike Oro, Sandra Troth, Steve Keenan and Tony Averis. In memory of Glenda and Wayne.